is Action Sports Jax First and 10 Training Camp. Sponsored by Ann Najjar and Levine, Accident Attorneys.
Hey, we got a couple more minutes to wish James Robinson a happy birthday. Hope he's watching. 28 career games, almost 3,000 yards, 15 touchdowns. Robinson mixing back into drills this week, coming off that Achilles injury, so he's looking good. Doubt he plays this week, but certainly getting closer. Jaguars play Cleveland on Friday at TIAA Bank Field on Fox 30. Hey, everybody, and welcome to First and 10 Training Camp. The Jags have been quiet on who will play, but Doug Peterson was pretty aggressive with the Thursday lineup last week, so got to figure the starters play a quarter at least. Deshaun Watson, who is suspended, likely will play for the Browns as well. He is eligible in the preseason. The Jags signed back E.J. Perry today to the squad, and well, maybe their team GPA went up a little bit. The Brown University grad was with the team in the summer and signed to a one-year deal. Kyle Sloter was waived. He was the fourth quarterback on the roster. He had a rough go of it on Thursday against the Raiders in the second half of that loss in Canton, Ohio. So Perry, well, what's he all about? 6'2", 210 pounds. And graduated from Brown in Providence, Rhode Island. Perry played in 20 games over 2 seasons with Brown and finished second in school history with over 7,000 total offensive yards, 546 completions. Jags day off today, so let's hit some big questions in week 3 of training camp. Start with the offense. Who will play and what will it look like on Friday night? The Jags want to build confidence. They need to show signs of growth, but they don't want to showcase the playbook to other teams. It's a tricky balance in the preseason. Usually makes the fundamentals most important here in August.
There's always the fine line of, we want to put our guys in situations to see them execute things they know really well. So when you're playing the young guys, you're going to keep it vanilla and see, okay, it's you on him, let's line up and play, see how you run the route we put in day one. Can you execute it with the technique we've asked you to do? Does it all fall apart when all of a sudden there's a guy standing across from you? And at the same time, you want guys to run the offense the way you believe it could be, to see, evaluate, can this guy do this when we ask him to? Maybe there's not all the bells and whistles. We're not scheming it up. We're not putting a ton of wordy calls in there to make sure we have the right play all the time. Sometimes it's, let's go, let's figure out some problems here.
Might get a better idea on playing time in the morning. Just Luke Fortner and Walker Little from the possible first-teamers played on Thursday. On to a defensive question, which could be stopping the run from the other night. But how about stopping a screen? My goodness, it drives me crazy over the last 15 years I've been here. Why the Jags can't run the screenplay on offense with success, but everyone can run it against them. It was just one game that didn't count on Thursday, but hopefully the Jags can fix that soon.
Talk about it situationally, understand when they happen, when they occur, and then it's just effort getting to the ball. Somebody has to make a play, whether it's the defensive line or the guys in coverage, buying time for the defensive line to retrace, but that's a focus that we'll work on, and we'll get better at it.
One problem the other night, the Raiders were calling some screens on downs that they don't usually get run on, but hey, fix it. And then there's special teams. Can you make the case the most alarming part of training camp 2022 is the kicker situation? I think you can. It's hard to believe the kicker the Jags are going to ride with is currently in camp. I mean, Ryan Santoso and Elliott Fry, it could be, but they still have a lot to prove.
We like where they're at. You guys see a couple kicks, but we're charting them on the other side of the field all practice. And so we have a really good idea of where they're at, what things we need to work on, what we could see us doing this season. So right now it's a dead heat. They're both doing a good job, and I believe the guys in this camp that could win the job, but it's up to them. What they do with these next practices / preseason game is going to determine that.
I'm glad Heath feels better about it than the rest of us. It's been a revolving door at kicker in Jacksonville the last few seasons. Say, countdown to kickoff returns this week. Preseason edition on Fox 30, 6:30 showtime, 7 o'clock kick. Jags and Browns from the bank will be there and see you there. Jags day off, so let's check in with the college teams. What's happening in Gainesville and Tallahassee? That is coming up next.
Action Sports Jax Primetime, Saturday at 10:30 on Fox 30.